Hey guys, Pastor John coming to you from the garage. It's a Holy Week. Today is Holy Monday, the day when Christ went through, cleansed the temple, cursed the fig tree, and answered questions on his authority. So today we're going to talk about those two words at the start. He cursed the fig tree. Christ is riding along and he wants something to eat, and he looks over the fig tree, and the fig tree has nothing growing on it, and he curses it, and it withers up and dies. And then we see him later. He goes into the temple and he takes the money changer tables and he flips the money changer tables and he says, "You've taken my house, the Lord's house, and turned it into a den of thieves. You know, this is supposed to be a house of prayer and you've turned it into a den of thieves." But I want to look at two words here: cursed and cleansed. That's what you and I are. You and I represent that Monday when Christ comes in and our sin has cursed us. From the beginning of time, when man fell in the garden and was cast out of the garden, the curse of sin was upon us. The curse of death was upon us. The curse of pain and anguish, having to work with our hands and till the soil to get fruit and food out of it. That sin, that curse was on us. And it comes down through time. We have to sacrifice animals in the Old Testament. They sacrificed the lambs and the goats and the bulls and the doves and the pigeons, and they do all of these sacrifices in the temple trying to cleanse themselves from sin. But the one who cleansed the temple is the only one who can cleanse us from sin. We were cursed, under a curse. We were under the law of sin and death, and because of that, we lived a cursed life. But now, thanks be unto God, Christ has come forth, he has risen from the dead, and he has cleansed us and purchased us with his own blood. He has cleansed us in his blood and made us white as snow. Though your sin be as scarlet, you can be white as wool. Though you be red like crimson, you can be pure like the snow. You can be perfect again when you are cleansed through Jesus Christ. Now, are we going to mess up? Yes, but we have an advocate with the Father. I've used that word many, many times. The word there, the Greek word is prosogogo. It's the guy who comes in and goes to bat for you. He's the guy, he's the lawyer who comes in and says, "I know everything looks bad, but here's the blood of Jesus Christ applied to his life, applied to her life, applied to their life, so that you and I get off scot-free, and Jesus pays the toll." We have been cleansed. We have been bought with a price. We are no longer our own, but we belong to Jesus Christ. He purchased us. He goes on to say that he purchased the church of God with his own blood. He purchased the church, the living, breathing organism, the ecclesia, if you will, the breathing, living organism, the gathering together of saints to worship, to fellowship, to study, to hear the word, to be in an organizational place where everybody is there for the same reason. They're there to worship, they're there to pray, they're there to be healed, they're there to learn, they're there to grow. That's what the church is, and Christ purchased the church with his own blood. We were under a curse. The first Adam fell in the garden and we became cursed. The second Adam, Christ, the second man, he succeeded in the garden and we were cleansed from our unrighteousness. It's Holy Week, folks. I hope you're cleansing yourself. I hope you're repenting. I hope you're talking to the Lord. I hope you're preparing yourself for the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. You know, in the original, way back in the original planning for all of the different celebrations, Easter was always, not Easter, the resurrection day was always a day in which everything was celebrated. I remember being a young man and the banks didn't open on Good Friday. Everything was closed on Good Friday because you were supposed to be preparing yourself for Resurrection Sunday. Everything gathers around Resurrection Sunday because had it not been for the resurrection of Jesus Christ, you and I would still be cursed, like that fig tree. But we have been cleansed like the temple, and we are no longer under that curse, but now we live under the grace of Jesus Christ and the blessings can flow into our lives. I love you. I'm praying for you. I hope you are celebrating Holy Week. God bless you as always, is my prayer.